Star Wars, the multi-billion-dollar epic space opera media franchise. That is a mouthful. This monster of a franchise began back in 1977, which for many of us feels like it was yesterday. If you're familiar with Star Wars, you will know it quickly became a worldwide pop culture phenomenon that has expanded into films, television series, video games, novels, and comic books. And on that note, I think it's amazing ever since Disney combined their ownership of Marvel Comics and Star Wars, they have been committed to rapidly expanding this universe, giving us hundreds of comics to immerse ourselves in. Welcome back, my fellow comic book friends, to Comic Casper. This is another spoiler-free review. This time it's gonna be the Star Wars The High Republic Phase 1 Light of the Jedi Omnibus, so let's kick it. Okay, before I dive in any deeper, I want to say my Star Wars knowledge is pretty basic compared to many experts out there. I have seen all of the Star Wars movies, some of the TV shows, and I've only read the Karen Gillan Darth Vader omnibus, which was super fun and I recommend it. Now, as far as the High Republic Phase 1 goes, I can safely say this is quite easy to jump into for newcomers and follow along. Also, the Star Wars timeline in this comic is a great deal of help, guiding us on the placement of the story as part of the overarching saga. The omnibus clocks in at 544 pages with a retail price of $100, containing 22 issues collecting Star Wars The High Republic, the 2021 series from issue 1 through 215, Star Wars The High Republic Eye of the Storm, issue 1 and 2, and Star Wars The High Republic Trail of Shadows, issue 1 through to 5. The original publication date was the 14th of November 2023. As far as the build goes, the pages are on the thicker side when it comes to modern Marvel omnibuses, and that says a lot, let's be honest. No one likes bleed through when reading. Now, here's some insight into the story. Centuries before the Empire and the Skywalker saga, the Jedi of Starlight Beacon, including Masters Ava Chris and Skier and young Padawan Keeve Trennis, protect the galaxy as Republic pioneers push out into new territories. But soon, they must join forces with their deadliest enemy to face the onslaught of the unstoppable Drengir horde. Majority of this omnibus is written by Kevin Scott, well known for writing Shadow Service for Vault Comics. Majority of the artwork was done by Ario Andito, which was by far my favorite art in the whole omnibus. The character detail was simply beautiful. The inking was vibrant and dynamic. I would get sad whenever I noticed he wasn't drawing the other comic issues, and it was a little distracting when there was a change in artists. The omnibus also has this brilliant wraparound cover which captures some of the mayhem depicted within this collection. Overall, Star Wars The High Republic does exactly what one would come to expect in the beginning of a highly anticipated series. It provides a compelling cast of characters while providing excellent world building without hammering the reader over the head with it. The High Republic era's approach to the complexities of the Jedi appeared to be its strength, which applied to both its stories and its art. There are some great visual moments and many of the panels are perfectly staged. Kevin Scott astutely gives us massive stakes and ominous threats, but focuses the narrative around Keeve, a young Jedi Knight operating in the High Republic era, and Skier, a Trandoshan male who served the Jedi Order as a Jedi Master. He was renowned as both a tactician and a scholar. The fact that the creators can succeed this quickly in making us care deeply for characters and conflicts is a testament not only to the storytelling here, but also the care of the Star Wars story group across this line. I found myself fascinated and invested in other characters, such as Ava Chris, a Jedi Master of the Jedi Order during the time of the High Republic, served as Marshal on the Starlight Beacon, a space station on the frontier of the galaxy. But also I was intrigued by Tarek and Seret, Jedi Knight twins who together share a psychic bond. Overall, I enjoyed my time with the High Republic Phase 1, and I have high hopes the following volumes match the quality of this one. I want to see more art by Ario Anandito, not only in Star Wars comics, but across the Marvel Universe too. Kevin Scott covered a lot in these storylines, and I'm curious to see where the next series will go and if they're able to start bringing things together in a really good way. It's a solid piece of writing with a lot of potential that does have me interested in more and encourages me in branching out my curiosity in Star Wars into other comic series in the years to come. On a side note, I really want to read that Star Wars The Rise of Kylo Ren, the 4-issue miniseries, but sadly the individual issues are super expensive because, you know, they have some serious collector value behind them, and the trade paperbacks are nowhere to be seen in sight. I would really want to see an ongoing comic series of Kylo Ren, handled by an epic comic book writer. Will it happen? I don't know, but I'll keep the faith. As far as the High Republic goes, I'm looking forward to Phase 2, and I think Phase 1 put some great things into motion that could deliver on some exciting outcomes. I can recommend this to newcomers and veterans alike. The stories don't overwhelm new readers, nor does it make them feel lost. And there is plenty to get excited about for long-standing Star Wars enthusiasts. The High Republic Phase 1 is a strong entry into the Star Wars universe.